Bitterly cold air beginning to push into the Bluegrass State, and it grows even colder. I'm tracking the possibility of historic cold in just a moment.
Extreme cold weather moving in, and the mayor talking about what the city is doing to help those in need of a warm place to go.
And we're tracking road conditions around Lexington as crews keep working to clear the snow.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
It is on the way. Get ready. We have a blast of record-breaking cold on the way.
The Arctic air will bring us temperatures we haven't seen in decades, and that doesn't even include the wind chill. We begin with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey to show us just how extreme these temperatures are going to be in the overnight.
I know, guys, we have well over now a foot of snow into most of central and eastern Kentucky. 14 inches officially on the ground right now in Lexington, Richmond, Campton, along the Mountain Parkway here. How about Georgetown on I-75 into Frankfort? Notice how main roads are okay because our road crews, boy, bless their hearts, they have been out doing a wonderful job fighting what is a history-making winter week of weather here. But we're getting those snow showers and squalls that can come by and coat the roads very quickly. Now that we're losing the sun in between these snow squalls, those roads will begin to ice up. Winter weather advisory is still in effect for all of central and eastern Kentucky. So while we're preparing for the bitterly cold, we still have some slick roads out there and some more snows that'll carry us into the evening hours. Live First Alert Defender is picking up on the snow showers and the squalls. And keep in mind, even where Defender's not picking up on it's just showing you where the heaviest bands are. You're going to get some snowflakes in between some of that action. Get folks into London, Corbin, Somerset, Williamsburg, not seeing very much at all right now. Get into the Mountain Parkway corridor. Now we're talking about some heavier snows into Morehead State University, AA Highway, parts of Fleming County, Carlisle into Nicholas County, and toward Georgetown, the Toyota plant into Lexington, Nicholasville, Versailles, Lancaster, and Richmond. More in the way of the snows that just keep on doing their thing from northwest to southeast. History in the making. All-time greatest snow depth at one single moment is 17 inches back in February 7th of 1998. Remember, that was the dusting snowstorm that we like to refer to it around here. That was a heavy, wet snow, by the way. Second place, January 20th, 1978. That was the blizzard of 78. Right now in Lexington, anywhere from 13 to 16 inches on the ground. Officially at Bluegrass Airport, 14 inches of snow as of right now. So as of now, and if we may try to add to that a little bit before midnight. As of now, this is tied for the second greatest snow depth of all time for the city of Lexington. So kiddos, you're living through history. Wind chills right now, 3 below zero, 4 below zero into Frankfort. Those numbers will continue to drop. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell will be joining me here in just a little bit from out back here at the station on Winchester Road. And there he is. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Chris. It is cold out here, to say the very least. You're talking about those sub-zero numbers already showing up, and we're certainly starting to feel it out here as well. Something I noticed, I was out here on Monday when the snow first began to fall. We came out here a lot in what we're now deeming the snow garden. And what I can see on the texture of all the snow around me is how you can see the little surface where it's been driven by the wind all around it. Around this tree, there was a lot more hugged up against it, but now, thanks to the wind, it's started to really push that around. And that's something we're going to see more and more of with this type of snow. It's that light, powdery stuff, so you continue to see it blow. And tonight, if you get that hit in your face with the cold temperatures that are already in place, it's going to make it even worse to have that blowing snow also hanging around with you, brother, with those sub-zero, record-breaking potential temperatures coming our way. Chris?
All right, thanks, Jim. And here's a little look at where Jim is back there, by the way, just as an establishing shot. Jim, we can see you on our live sky cam. And this is the bitter stuff. He's trying to wade through the snow out there that is up to 14 inches deep as of right now. He mentioned the wind chills. The wind chill warning is out for all of central and eastern Kentucky for tonight, guys. Temperatures, -5 to -15. Wind chills, 20 to 30 below zero. Are you kidding me? That is way into the danger category. So, moral of the story, limit your exposure time outside. With a wind chill greater than 20 below zero, at times it would take only 15, 20 minutes for exposed skin to have some frostbite or some issues outside. Stay indoors. We'll keep you up to date on even colder weather that comes our way for Friday and maybe more snow and ice this weekend. A lot to go through when I come back in a few minutes.
All right, Chris, we appreciate it. Thank you. Dozens of school districts have canceled classes, including Fayette County, for the rest of the week. To see if your school is one of them, just visit WKYT.com. With the dangerously low temperatures expected overnight, there is a big concern for those who don't have a place to stay warm.
Lexington Mayor Jim Gray wrapped up about an hour ago his daily briefing on this winter storm, and he emphasized the need for neighbors to look out for each other. Our Jordan Valines continues our top story weather coverage live at City Hall. Jordan?
That's right. Today was actually the fourth day in a row that the city has held a press conference in order to address these cold weather concerns. Today, the mayor mainly spoke about the fact that the city is now intensifying its efforts in order to keep everyone safe. The mayor said that this weather is cold. This amount of cold is not only dangerous, it's also something that many of us here in Kentucky just aren't used to. And although this historic snowfall has been hard on everyone, the mayor also asked citizens for their continued patience during this time. Mayor Jim Gray also asked citizens to minimize travel, check on your neighbors, and take care of your pets.
Well, these are frigid temperatures. These are brutally cold temperatures. And what we're urging everyone to do is to take care of your neighbor. Be a good Samaritan now.
Now, the city will be meeting with utility companies to prepare for any possible service interruptions. Live in Lexington, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Jordan, thank you. It's been another busy day for crews trying to get those roads clear. In Lexington, main roads look pretty good, but many side roads are still a mess covered in snow. WKYT's Victor Puente is live in Lexington, where he talked to drivers who struggled just to get out of their neighborhoods or, Victor, even out of the driveway.
Yeah, it's been tough today with the wind whipping the way it is. Even some roads that have been cleared are having snow blown back onto them. And on the roads that aren't clear, we've seen quite a few drivers lose traction, then lose control. It started this morning on Dennis Drive, just off of Nicholasville Road. A semi-driver did his best to drop off a load of cabinets.
He came yesterday trying to unload and he couldn't get into the dock, so he came back this morning. Doesn't look like we're having much luck.
He eventually made it up the hill, barely. While main roads were clear, side roads still left a lot to be desired, leaving some drivers out of luck.
What happened here? I guess we're just trying to turn.
The snow happened.
And depending on the mercy of their neighbors.
It's like the maze running. Everybody makes their best attempts to get out of the cul-de-sac, and then if you don't make it, the neighbors come out and they all shovel and push. And
the director of Lexington's Streets and Roads tells me his crews are working 12-hour shifts, and at this point they've got the main roads clear. They hope to have the side roads plowed before this evening.
Well, I understand them not getting roads like this, but I'm self-employed and I haven't worked all week, and I probably don't know if I'll be working tomorrow.
Now you can see a couple of vehicles here on Chetford Drive that seem to have lost control. They're having a little bit of difficulty navigating this snow. There are also some neighbors out here who have kind of taken it upon themselves to make sure the roads out here are clear. Now, unlike last year, salt won't be an issue for the city. They have more coming in every day. They tell me they are aware that the colder temperatures we have coming in could make that salt less effective. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. As a matter of fact, the mayor this afternoon said they're buying an additional 3,000 tons of salt just in case. Now, according to Lexington Police, there have been 37 crashes today so far and 67 calls for drivers in need of help.
Police conducted an intense search in the cold today for a missing boy. The 12-year-old disappeared from a home on Niagara Drive early this morning. Firefighters say an ambulance crew eventually found him a couple of blocks away on Thames Drive. We're told the boy's parents didn't know where he had gone.
Well, children need to, of course, let their parents know where they're going. This weather is extreme. If something happens to you, you can freeze or become hypothermic in a very short period of time. You all been standing out here with me for 3 hours, and you're about as blue as I am. So,
firefighters say the boy was inside a friend's house playing video games. Many businesses have had to close or even cut their hours because of the winter storm. Others have been braving the weather in order to keep serving their communities.
Our Sean Moody shows us how one Rockcastle County pharmacy is staying open despite this weather.
The snow is still just piled up on the sides of the road here in Mount Vernon. People I've talked to who live and work in the area say they're just ready to fast forward on to summer.
Workers inside this pharmacy near downtown have been working through the storm, making sure people can still get their prescription medications. They say that's something people will need regardless of what the weather's doing. The Mount Vernon fire chief said they made about 40 runs over the past couple of days, helping medical workers get to their jobs. Pharmacy workers say this has all been a team effort.
We haven't been able to deliver. We've delivered some of it in town, but the sheriff's department and the fire department are delivered out in the county. And the city police are taking care of the deliveries in town. So they've been very helpful in helping us make sure that all of the patients are getting what they need.
The fire chief told me they did work a lot of accidents in the area, especially back on Monday, but there were no serious injuries in any of them. In Mount Vernon, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Also, all the snow caused some damage to awnings at 2 Mount Vernon businesses and a shed at the fire department.
Well, getting the roads plowed can be a real challenge, especially with the amount of snow that we have. Obstacles in the road only make the job harder. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Garrett County, where the judge executive signed an order today to make snow removal easier for road crews.
Good afternoon. I'm in the Bryantsville Camp Dick area of Garrett County. This is one area where officials tell me was among the hardest hit. It has been a day of blowing snow, high winds, a mix of sun and clouds. We've had just about everything today, of course, adding more to this misery that a lot of people are in. Now, this wind has blown snow over main roads that were at one time passable. Now they're hazardous again. Many roads, including some populated neighborhoods, are still in poor shape. And a big problem, county officials say, are cars left in the roadway, causing problems for road crews trying to clear the roads.
When cars get out, they become part of the problem. So either they're sharing the road with the snow plows, which delays our response time, or quite frankly, just getting stuck. And then when we have a car stuck in the middle of the road, that eliminates our ability to get that road cleared, and it takes time to get a tow truck up there. So that's our problem now. We do encourage people to stay home. It's dangerous, and it's going to get a lot worse as these temperatures begin to fall and salt stops working when it's that cold.
And emergency officials are still extremely busy, and of course this snowfall has added to their hard work. We're going to have a lot more on their response coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, in Garrett County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
County officials tell us they have a limited number of workers and trucks, which is why many roads have not yet been touched.
As the snow stops falling and night comes, the focus is shifting to the extreme cold temperatures. Kentucky American Water is urging customers to take steps to prevent frozen pipes in their homes. Freezing water expands in the pipes, causing them to break. You may not find the break until the pipes thaw and then start leaking.
And so something that we really advise people to do in this type of weather is to keep a little dribble of water running through a faucet, especially anything that's on an outside wall or something. What that does, it just keeps the water slowly moving in the pipes, and that will keep it from freezing in the pipe.
Opening the doors on cabinets under sinks also helps keep them warm. Kentucky American Water says make sure you know where that main water shutoff valve is in your house in case you have a pipe break or leak.
We are not the only ones. Other southern states have been dealing with cold and snow as well. We'll show you conditions around the region.
Cabin fever starting to set in for many folks who have not been able to leave the house in a few days because of all this snow. We'll show you how one man has turned his boredom into a good deed on WKYT News at 5:30.
I'm still tracking snow showers and squalls. I'm tracking bitterly cold temperatures, record-setting cold. And oh, by the way, maybe another wintry mess for the upcoming weekend. Lots to talk about when I come back in a few minutes.